Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another Tarot Tea Time. This time we are doing a quickie requested reading from you guys to look into the Cody Co situation. Now, if you want to know all the details, everything that has gone on, I'm not going to get into that in this video because this is just a quickie tarot reading. But I do recommend watching D'Angelo Wallace's video, and I have linked that in the description box for this video so that you can just click on it and check it out if you want to know more about what exactly has gone on between Cody Co and Tana Mojo and why he is undergoing a really huge cancellation right now, to the point where I did check all of his YouTube channels. He has not posted on his personal. He hasn't posted on his Cody Trains page. That's actually been for a little while. I think he kind of was phasing that out anyway. He and his partner, Noel Miller, who he co-owns TMG Studios, their podcast network, with their actual podcast, TMG, has not posted in, I think, about 2 weeks. Noel Miller hasn't posted in at least 10 days. And his wife, Kelsey hasn't posted in about 10 days on her personal podcast, Circle Time. So it just seems like this entire empire and everyone connected to Cody Co is just fully collapsing. I do have my own opinions about this whole situation. I think it's absolutely wrong what Cody did, but we're going to look into his future. The latest is that he was at Encore Beach Club DJing a set, and a lot of people were wondering if he just wouldn't DJ or if maybe Encore would cancel his set. Well, not only was he there, but he played Justin Bieber's Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and put that clip right here. It's pretty ridiculous. So let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what is the future going to hold for him? What's happening with TMG Studios, with Noel? How does his wife feel? And this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only, but we're going to go ahead and look into the tea. All right. I said I wasn't going to give much information, but I do feel like that needed some background. So, oh my God, I'm already exhausted. We haven't even gotten into it. I kind of want to cut some of that, but what can you do? I already saw something interesting at the bottom of the deck, but we're not going to take it. So let's look into, first and foremost, a lot of people have questions about how his wife, Kelsey, must feel about this. I cannot imagine, having my own podcast, having a baby with somebody, having a whole life with somebody. And not only are they, essentially canceled and all these allegations come out about them, the nature of the allegations as someone's wife, I'm sure that is incredibly difficult to deal with, incredibly heartbreaking. And she seems like a very sweet person. So no hate, no shade to her. I think she's in a really tough spot. I mean, she had nothing to do with this. So I am curious to see how she feels, first of all, about the situation. And again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. How does Kelsey feel about the situation in general? How does she feel? Ooh, the Hierophant. Now, this is the marriage card, but it's also like the lesson card, the soul lesson card. She feels like this is a really tough soul lesson that Cody is learning. So, this actually speaks to wisdom to me. This looks like she is very grounded. And yeah, I just got goosebumps. She's very grounded. And I think it's more of like she almost saw this coming. Like, oh my gosh, goosebumps, goosebumps. I'm not saying that she approves of this type of behavior or approved this type of behavior. She actually seems extremely conscientious and very kind. And a lot of people think that when she came into his life, you can see a shift in his content and in his nature. It seems like she was a huge part of him really growing up. These allegations are from when he was 25 years old, and he's, I think, 33 now, about to be 34. And it just seems like there was a lot of growth when they first started dating, and these allegations are from before she was in his life, before they dated. Now, I'm not saying, still what he did is what he did, but I do think that certain people come into your life and they help you to grow and mature, and I'm thinking that she had a lot of awareness around who he was as a person before they had a commitment, before they got serious. And I think she did have some reservations about, his certain tendencies, and I think this is almost like yeah, like, we could have seen this coming type of thing. Like, she's very matter of fact. It's like she's not surprised, but she's also not jumping to his defense, which I like that. It's almost like, yeah, this is gonna happen when you act like this. I thought at some point this kind of stuff could come out about you. Like, I don't know. Okay, very interesting. Right off the bat, such a strong card from her. Okay, how does she feel towards him now? Has it changed the way? my god, the cards are jumping. Has it changed the way she feels about him? How does Kelsey see him? How does Kelsey see Cody now? Okay, got 2 cards, we're gonna take them. Wow, okay, so things are up in the air, 8 of Wands. She is very curious to see what's gonna come next. She feels very unsure. She also seems sort of like a more anxious, sensitive, emotional person, which is why I actually do really like her. I have really enjoyed her content, and I feel like she's really thinking about what is gonna come next, and she really doesn't know. She feels like everything is up in the air as far as this 8 energy of, like, power and, like, the powers that be. It's like she feels like a lot is out of their control, and she doesn't know what's gonna come next. 7 of Pentacles is a very spiritual number. She's wondering what will come next in terms of work. I am under the impression just from these few cards, and I'm getting goosebumps even just saying it, that it's almost like she's not mad at him right now because she's already been mad at him for this stuff. It's like she already knew. Like, I think that they've already had these discussions, and I think that when she first came into his life, she knew who he was, and it's almost like I know it sounds weird, but it's almost like she saved him in a way, and I know you can't save people, but it's almost like she and if you've ever seen any of their content, it does come through. Um, she's the one that kind of helped him to, like, gain some manners in a way and, like, understand, like, what you should say, what you shouldn't say, how to treat people. I think he really was extremely immature and, full of himself, and it seems like she really laid some boundaries down and explained to him different things, and I think it helped him to change and mature and grow. So it's almost like she already kind of expected this. I know this is a really weird reading and this may be controversial. I'm not trying to defend anybody. Certain things are just wrong, regardless if you did it in the past or in the present. And I think the best thing to do is to take accountability and to move forward, but and to be respectful about it, not go and play a DJ set. We'll see how she feels about that because this is really more about how she feels in general about the situation. But I think that she is really wondering 7 is also more about, like, asceticism, like, spirituality and detachment from riches. So this is, like, people who are working hard but not seeing the rewards yet. I think she's very concerned about what the future of their ability to create an income is gonna be. Okay. Very interesting. So she's feeling it's more worry about their livelihood, and I do get that because as a new mom, I could see that being something that's concerning. Okay, how does she feel about his DJ set basically and him playing Sorry? How does Kelsey feel about that? And then we'll move on to another perspective, but I'm just curious because I do want to get to Noel and Cody himself, how he feels. Um, I am going to leave Tana out of this because she has already said that, she said her piece and she is dealing with it in her own way. And healing from trauma and the victims of trauma should definitely be protected, in my opinion. So, we're just going to encapsulate her in a little bubble of love and healing and prayers. And that's all I'm going to say about her. But definitely, I don't mind looking at the perpetrator. Sorry. And I do also want to, I do hope that Kelsey it's such a oh my gosh, it's just so emotionally rough to be, married to someone who's I don't know. Okay, moving on. How does Kelsey feel towards Cody as far as their dropping the cards, as far as their romantic relationship goes? And actually, no, how does she feel about him playing a DJ set and playing Sorry? It's giving D-bag behavior. Am I right, you guys? I mean, just that clip is so cringe. Which, funny enough, that is one of the series that he did that helped him become so popular. It's giving karma. It's giving, yeah, it's giving karma. Okay, how does she feel about the fact that he went and did that? Ooh, King of Wands in reverse. I this is okay. That makes so much sense. In the past, she saw him as someone who's very passionate, exciting. Also, Sagittarius energy is a fire sign energy. He's a Sagittarius sun, and this would definitely be one of the cards associated with male Sagittarius energy. So when he is in the upright, when she sees him as like at his best, she sees him as a King of Wands, as someone who's creative, inspired, someone who does the right thing, someone who she actually got a lot of inspiration from and felt very uplifted by and really admired him. Unfortunately, this whole thing at Encore Beach Club and him playing sorry and mouthing it and almost mocking the situation, he came through as the King of Wands reversed for her. I think she's very disappointed and she feels like this is not the person that I married, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. She sees him going down the tubes in a way. My God, and being the opposite of it's like the opposite of the direction that she thought he was going in. Because he was like doing marathons. He was, really present, being excited about being a dad, putting in place TMG Studios. It's like really becoming some sort of, I don't know, continuing to become like a dude grows a business person and is someone who's like a very stand-up individual. And it seems like, putting a lot of those things aside, losing these business opportunities, we're gonna get to what Noel thinks and what the future of TMG Studios is. But it's almost like she sees him regressing. Now he's DJing, drinking, making jokes, making light of the issue by playing, Justin Bieber's Sorry and dancing to it without addressing the issue. Yeah, I get that. Why she sees him as the King of Wands reversed right now. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do past, present, future for them. I wanna see if they're gonna, like, make it through this basically. So in the past, when they first got together, we're gonna do this all from Kelsey's perspective. What did Kelsey think about Cody when they first got together? 5 of swords. Guys, she knew, and this is almost like someone who's attracted to the bad boy. The nice girl who's attracted to the bad boy. And I know it's a trope, but I think it happens a lot. I think she was fascinated by him, but I think that she didn't have any qualms about who he is as a person, and that's why she's not surprised by all this stuff coming out. She does think that he's changed, but when she first got with him, I think she was pretty surprised, and he had to do a lot of changing in order to get her to commit to him and to get her to stick around, basically. Because in the beginning, 5 of Swords, there were lies, there were things allegedly, there were lies, there were things that she found out that he had been hiding from her. It's almost like there was a shady kind of bad boy side to him or whatever. Okay, so that was the past. What about the present? And she was a preschool teacher, by the way, too. So it's like she just comes across as very nice. Okay, and what about in the present moment? How does she see him in their relationship now besides this King of Wands? How does she see him like in a romantic sense? Allegedly for entertainment purposes. The 4 of Swords. She is focused on her healing right now. Oh my gosh, this has really hurt her. From the 5 of Swords to the 4 of Swords, that makes me think that some of these lies and some of these things that she's found out, I think some of them weren't as far in the past as it may have seemed. Um, I was thinking this was all like way in the past, but I think that this could even be, maybe in the past 6 months. So, definitely there have been things that have come out about this whole situation that, yes, she thought that he might have some people, some backlash at some point from some of his past actions. I don't think she knew the extent. And now there's potentially a second 17-year-old that he also had a relationship with when, she was underage, at 17 years old. So I don't think she knew about that. I think she's trying to heal. I think she's really focused on her healing and focused on herself. I don't get the sense that she knows yet what she really wants to do, but let's see what the future card is. This is in the next 6 months, her feelings toward him. In the next 6 months, how Kelsey feels towards her husband, Cody, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Judgment in reverse. Oh, judgment is a commitment. Okay. Anything else to clarify that? King of Swords. Get another clarifier, please. 10 of Cups reversed. I think that he is going to stay very stubborn and defiant in his ways, just like when we saw over the weekend that, dancing and singing and like, you guys saw it. That kind of energy, I think that's going to continue. And I think it's even going to build. And this is like him being angry, King of Swords, wanting to protect himself, being angry, being very much like, well, you're either with me or against me. And I hate to say this. I hate to say this. Not, and you never know, this everybody has free will, but according to this tarot tea time reading, a judgment reversed and a 10 of cups reversed. This is giving like annulment, divorce type of energy, or at the very least, a separation. because this is a major commitment. I mean, for these 2 to come out in reverse. Yeah, reversing a major commitment, making a judgment that this isn't right, and he is standing there tall in his logic. This is like someone who has such a big ego that they refuse to see anyone else's point of view. The King of Swords, like, cuts anybody off, cuts anything off that doesn't serve them. This is like egotistical and someone who just keeps pushing their own agenda. And if you act like that and you don't take into account other people's feelings, you're going to lose people. People are going to walk away. People who really are like healthy are going to walk away from you. So that's what that looks like to me. And right now she's healing. I think she needs to heal and feel stronger and make a plan before she moves forward with any of those types of things. That is really sad. Not surprising though. I hope that whatever decision she makes, she does what's best for herself and for her child. Okay. Now I accidentally like dropped the card. I don't know if you could see that, but I was like repositioning and the 10 of swords popped up, and that's like, the end and a heartbreak and an ending. So I definitely think that that assessment, confirmation there. I do think there's going to be some sort of breakup. Now, how long it lasts, I don't know, but it looks like, there's going to be some sort of ending for them. Okay, what about Noel Miller, his business partner with TMG Studios and their TMG podcast, which they have stopped producing, at least for now? What are Noel's thoughts about Cody and this situation, allegedly for entertainment purposes? This is not a quickie, by the way. This is going to be a full-time tarot tea. 7 of Wands reversed. This is like competition. This is pursuit. This is like a lot of different people in the mix. It's very chaotic. He is trying to stay above the chaos. I just got goosebumps. He's trying to stay above the chaos, but it's really hard. It's really hard to stay out of the chaos. I think that his main focus right now is to salvage what he has for himself, for his family, for his future. And I think he's really concerned about being tied up with Cody. Okay. What else can we get? Any actions he's going to be taking? Because he hasn't said anything either. 3 of Pentacles. This is creative work, creative collaborators. I think he's going to find new creative collaborators. Okay. What else? Queen of Wands. There might be a female that he collaborates with. I know that he's collaborated on some podcasts with his wife. Maybe he'll do like a couples podcast or something, or there's like some other female energy around that he's going to work with, collaborate with. It could be a new executive that he brings on, but there is something about a woman who is very passionate and powerful who he would like to collaborate with. And I do see him working with someone like that. So it looks like he is trying to stay out of the fray and he's going to find new people to collaborate with, potentially a powerful female. I do think that that could be his wife. Okay. What is the future of TMG Studios? Basically, will it dissolve or will they try to keep it going? The devil card. That is going to be a point of conflict, okay? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I think that Cody is going to want to continue it and just ignore things. I think that Noel is going to want to get out of it. Depending on their contract and what their agreement is like, hopefully he will be able to move on and collaborate with new people. I think that's really what he wants. But the devil card tells me that this is going to be a point of contention between the two of them. There's going to be some difficulty there between them. Mm. The devil card, that is not the card you wanna get. Okay, and last but not least, Cody Co himself. Let's reshuffle all these cards because you never know, the devil card might wanna come back out. Why did Cody do the encore DJ performance and play Sorry? Like, what were his intentions there? Where was his mind when he did that? Because that is becoming like a big meme. 3 of Pentacles, wanting to continue to be creative in a different way. It's very strange that that's the card we got for Noel. It seems like they're both kind of wanting to pull in opposite directions right now, which makes sense. Okay, wanting to be creative. Okay, what else? My God. Justice in reverse, but not making good good choices, avoiding justice, trying to avoid it for as long as he can, avoid taking responsibility. I mean, justice reversed is so on the nose. Yeah, trying to avoid justice, trying to not making good decisions. This is also very similar to that judgment reversed card that we got for Kelsey and what she thought about the situation. I mean, he is really avoiding this, and it is becoming like almost pathological at this point for entertainment purposes only. He refuses to see it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of cups. This is walking away. This is what is underneath all of it. I will say this. I hope someone's checking on his mental health because this is like walking away from everything. It's giving mental breakdown kind of energy, which is that is very unfortunate. Let's do past, present, future for him. Because in the past, he did message Tana and he said something like, "We're good," right? So he knew that he'd done something wrong. So let's see how he feels about the situation in the how he felt about it in the past, how he feels about it now, and what his next moves are going to be. So in the past, how did he feel about the situation when he texted Tana? What was his mindset? 8 of Wands in reverse. This is so crazy, you guys, because we got the 8 of Wands for how Kelsey felt. She has a really good read on the situation. I think they have communicated a lot about this, like I said. But 8 of Wands in reverse, he was trying to gain control because he felt very out of control when it comes to this situation, which makes a lot of sense. He didn't know what was going to happen next. And for good reason, because he knew eventually it would come out and it has. But when he texted her, it was almost like trying to get her to be quiet, which that's crazy. Okay. So in the past, definitely feeling out of control and trying to regain control. Too much was up in the air, too much was at stake. What about in the present moment? How does he feel about the situation, about his allegations, all that? The magician. See, it's giving pathological denial, thinking that he can just create something new, thinking that he can just rally his fans, DJ at Encore Beach Club, and then it'll all go away. He's been telling himself and gassing himself up that all these other people have had allegations too, and they've continued and da da da. And you know what? Like, this is not taking responsibility. This is just trying to magician it, charm your way out of it, DJ your way out of it, keep the target moving. That is really wild to try to magician your way out of it. He's not giving up. My gosh. Okay, what about the future? What's next? What is he gonna do in the future? This is up to the next 6 months. Judgment. Oh my god. This is the card we got for Kelsey, but in reverse. Okay, let's get another. Oh my god, is this the judgment that Kelsey is bringing upon him? Basically by doing the oh my god, he's gonna have to face the music, but I think it's gonna be in a different way than he thought. 6 of Pentacles, this is definitely Kelsey's energy, like giver of gifts and luck, very sweet and kind. She's gonna be the one to bring the judgment down upon him. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. 6 of Cups. Guys, I knew it. It's with his relationship. Oh my gosh. That's the tarot tea on that, you guys. So he's been thinking that he can get away with it. And he may be able to just keep avoiding it. But the thing that he didn't count on was that there would be accountability one way or another. And even if it's not professional accountability in the sense that, nothing's really going to happen to him beyond this cancellation, I don't think that there's going to be anything legally. I think he's going to avoid it. I don't think Tana's going to press charges. I think it's going to go away essentially. And as soon as he starts to feel a sense of security, I think that Kelsey will have healed enough, 4 of Swords, to let him know, bringing judgment down upon him. And I think that that's when his relationship's going to break up. And it's like the universe keeps sending him these messages like what you're doing is not right. And the more he avoids it, the more things will keep falling apart. And I just think that's so wild that we got judgment card for him in the future. And we had a judgment reverse for her in the future with the love cards. Yeah, I think that his relationship is what is going to end up being the thing that forces him to, like, look in the mirror. It's like the ending of that relationship. It's like you can run, you can hide, but eventually you have to show up for something, and that is your marriage and your family, and if you don't, that you can't sustain those connections. Oh my god. Okay, well, that is a depressing tarot tea time, but I hope that everybody who requested that, who sent me DMs, is happy and feel satisfied with that reading. Hopefully, we got a little bit of the tea that we were looking for. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.